What's good, y'all? King Nez back. I know it's been a minute, but I'm finally back. I've been doing a lot on my other YouTube channel. Go check it out, Nez Reacts. I do all pro wrestling stuff. You get the gist. I'm finally back, and we're going to be discussing a little show that I've discussed before of last season, but we're going to do this season this time. And it is Love is Blind Season 4. Now, it's not finished yet. It's currently, we're waiting for the wedding episode and the reunion, but we're going to talk about one certain couple because it's been pissing me off, so I wanted to talk about them, and it's Jackie and Marshall. Their whole situation has been pissing me off all season, and I was like, I gotta make a video just for them, because my lord, there's a lot to unpack. I've never seen something so annoying when it comes to freaking 30-year-olds. Like, oh my god. So there's a love triangle between Jackie, obviously, Marshall, and the most annoying fuckboy in this show that I've ever seen, Josh D. And obviously, I just said I don't like him. He's like the biggest fuckboy. Nobody in this cast liked him at all, except Jackie. So it's even the people at home like me was like, yo, get him off my television. It is ridiculous how annoying he is, especially butting into their relationship. This is like Team Edward versus Team Jacob all over again. I'm going to start off by talking about how they were in a pod. The man said that if I can't have you, then I'm not doing this, because what's the point? I only wanted you. So the man literally tried to force her like that. But she wound up choosing Marshall, and yeah, then they started going on their honeymoon. They didn't have sex the first night because they wanted to take things slow, and she had a huge, depressing, or kind of like, she just wasn't feeling herself.
You're a very strong woman, you know that?
I tried to be.
You carry a lot.
I won't ever have one of those moments again.
And if you do, it's okay.
That was not okay.
We're human.
Ain't that the most kind-hearted and genuine thing that he said? It's like, dude, they were made for each other if he gonna keep treating her like a queen like that. But then they have this issue where she said that he wasn't more aggressive, and he took it as if she's saying that he's not manly enough for her. This is what happens.
I never said you weren't man enough for me. I just said to be more aggressive. We don't have sex, bro.
That's on my account.
So she makes it seem as if he wasn't the one that wanted to have sex, but she obviously did not want to the first night. So then we go on and then hear examples of what he did.
I'm always kissing on you. I'm always rubbing on you. I'm always doing these things. What do you do for me? That is why I'm confused. You have done nothing to make me feel seduced or...
After Marshall says that, Jackie comes back and says this.
So why the f are you still with me if I didn't make you feel like nothing?
But then Marshall says the stupidest thing you can ever say.
Because I see you as a project and I saw potential.
I'm a project.
I saw you as a project.
He called her a project. I don't know why he would say that, because that just made her more angry. No matter who you're with, you would never call somebody a project. Now, I understand what was going on. He doesn't really get angry much. So when it happened, when he finally got angry, words started coming out and he didn't really mean it. Stuff like that happens. We're human. Sometimes when you hold a lot of rage in, you start to say stuff that you don't really mean. So afterwards, they finally got everything back together and they've been chilling. Then we go on to Chelsea's birthday party, and guess who's here? Josh. And like I said, nobody likes him. Don't believe me?
I do not respect him as a person.
I tried everything to get this man kicked off the island, and somehow he found his way back.
And this is where shit picks up. You wouldn't believe what happens. Actually, you'll believe it.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Makes a stupid joke and then says right afterwards,
Yeah, no, bro. Don't look at me like that, bitch. Look at me like what? I love you, bro.
with the fakest I love you ever, Marshall goes to Brett and tells him that Jackie has never said that she loved him. All she said was that she fucks with him heavy, which is pretty fucked up to say to a person that you should be loving. So then Josh goes over to Jackie, and this is what was said.
You were talking to NBA Cryboy. Marshall was crying with everybody.
Mind you, just before that, he said that he loved Marshall and goes behind his back and tells Jackie that, and it's just ridiculous. So things go on, and then, Josh wants to say what he wants to.
If you don't feel like heart to heart you're really gonna marry somebody, pick me. Are you gonna marry him?
So after that, later that night, Marshall wanted to talk to Jackie and ask her what was wrong.
I need you to lay it out for me plain. What do you need from me? What do you require from me so that I know moving forward? That's it.
Oh my God.
I understand she's tired, but Marshall just wants to get everything out of the way.
Just tell me exactly what you need from me so I'm not guessing through the night and guessing when we wake up, because you leave before I even...
What I required from you is the reason why you left.
But
I'm not saying that shit again.
So, okay, so what are the examples, though?
I can't give no example.
She can't, because there isn't any examples, and all she has on her mind is Josh. I don't care what she says that, oh, she's exhausted and stuff. No, her brain is exhausted because she doesn't know whether to choose Josh or Marshall, which I find to be very fucked up. And don't worry, it gets worse. The story gets worse from here. After that night, at least on camera, there was no explanation or examples that she given the next day. So yeah, I told you there wasn't any examples because she couldn't even think of any. She just wanted to have an issue and wanted to believe something that she really didn't believe. It's time for the brides to get their wedding dresses, and Tiff texts Brett to tell Marshall that Jackie didn't even show up, which leaves Marshall shook. Now, you would probably think, hey, maybe she wasn't feeling good or she was tired or something. No, we cut to her at a coffee shop, and what will we see?
Hello, hello.
How are you? You got me flowers.
Flowers, I
That's
got
so sweet.
Yup, Josh is back. And then she says this.
I was immediately attracted to Josh. I instantly knew it was you because I went back to the pause and like all the hairs on my body like stood up. Like my nipple got hard and I was like, oh, that's Josh.
What?
If you think that's disrespectful, look what she says next.
How do you think Marshall would feel?
I don't care.
Does he know that you and I are talking at all?
And then she goes on to say the most stupidest thing I've ever heard from anybody on this show.
The legal marriage part, it's scary to me. If you want marriage anytime soon, I can't give that to you.
Ma'am, the show is called Love is Blind. If you weren't ready to get married, then why were you on the show? And then she does the most outlandish shit. Yup, she cheated on poor Marshall. This is fucked up, because as everybody else is getting their wedding dresses and their suits tailored and all that, Marshall has to deal with this.
I think my fed up moment was coming back home after Chelsea's party. You still was pressing on me. I can't give you what you want.
So she proceeds to gaslight him, making him believe that it was his fault. And then she says that she doesn't want to be with him. So obviously Marshall's gonna ask for the ring back. And this woman has the audacity to say this.
I'm gonna keep the ring because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Well, take it easy and we'll see you around. Maybe, maybe not.
Nah, you won't.
Okay.
Ain't that wild? So then she says one thing that I actually truly believe. And I was like, I can agree with that.
Damn, I'm crazy. I need to probably do some self-work.
Yes, she does, but no, she won't. She's just gonna go to Josh. Even though she tells the cameras that I don't even know if I want to be with Josh. But she definitely does. She just needed to find a way out of her relationship with Marshall in order to get with Josh. She knows she's the villain, but she was like, hey, at least I'm free now to be with Josh. This is gonna be the worst decision of her life, because when he starts treating her like just a toy, just something that he wants to fuck from now and then it's gonna be an issue. But then she's gonna regret it, and it's gonna be too late, because Marshall's gonna find a girl that's gonna be okay with his sensitive side and wants to do things with him. So that is the current story of Jackie and Marshall. I am very upset with this. I think this is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's extremely toxic. I thought Zaneb and Cole was toxic. This right here is toxic. The fact that Jackie just basically played Marshall. She claimed that she wanted to marry him, but he was too sensitive for her, which is fine. But before you start cheating on the man, you should have came up and said that. When he asks you, what can I do? Or what's the situation? You should have been like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel Josh after tonight, and I think we should just break up. You should have been said that, but instead you ignored it and was like, oh, we'll talk about it tomorrow, and then never does, and then be like, the reason is because you pressured me after Chelsea's party, and I don't want to be with you anymore because of that. And now she's gonna go with Josh. This is, I don't understand. For somebody that should be, you know, older, you should be more mature of a woman. Then I don't understand. I'm not trying to slander women themselves. I'm just saying Jackie herself needs some help. So that is the current issue with Love is Blind Season 4 with that couple. Now, obviously, I'm going to come back to when the reunion happens and the wedding, obviously, so I can give you everything else I want to talk about. See you guys in my next video. Love you guys.